Hey, Julian Cesc here, and welcome to Paddle Smash Academy. And today we're talking. This program is very special for us. Today we have as a guest Charlie Moon, four times cancer survivor, and also an amazing paddle player, a professional paddle player, and he's here to share his life story. Charlie, tell us. Welcome to the channel.
Thank you very much.
We've been looking for this for a long, long time. You are not only a great paddle player, but you went through something incredible. You were very close to dying, and you're a fourth-time cancer survivor. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your story?
Oh, perfect. Thank you very much for the opening, for the time, and thank you for the amazing paddle player. Nah, I'm not sure about that, but yeah, thank you very much. Yes, well, something that I love about paddle is that it's more than just playing the sport. It unites people, and for me, some people see paddle that they're a bit different, but when it comes to a cause, they unite. I'm a example of that. That I'm grateful for paddle. Paddle has helped me just the sport to be able to fight and play again. But not only that, outside the court, I've had amazing support in any different ways. They've done tournaments, they've done raffles, they've done shirts, they've done events, and I've been very blessed. And many people have also been blessed that from where I'm from Ecuador, a third world country, that I say that there's in different places cancer beats the people who don't have the enough let's say hospitals or procedures, or they don't have the most emotional support. So paddle gave me everything and gave me a lot of support and gave me a lot of yeah, I'm definitely going to play a bit in the future, but it was great to have that support, and that's why I own paddle a lot.
Now, you said you're from Ecuador. Is that where you started playing paddle, or did you play another racket sport?
No, I play tennis until I was 19, 20.
Okay.
And then, yeah, when I was a kid, I saw in Argentina courts, but normally when you play tennis, you're a junior when in the 90s, paddle was like a hobby. And the coach tend to say, do not play paddle, your technique. When,
Right.
that's what they used to tell us when we were little. And then I took it serious in UAE. I lived there for 8 years.
Wow.
So the first tournament I played properly was the World Paddle Tour of 2015.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's great.
so that's why I know all these players, the retired ones, the new ones, etc., the young ones
Right.
from a long time, and because it was a small tournament, it was right there. It wasn't not much people. 2015, not much people were, and then it was like playing with a bunch of people, friends, and then they started. I liked it, and then I played the tournaments and all that, and then I went to Ecuador, and then Ecuador paddle started in around 2018, 2019. And then I went when I was there. There was 3-4 courts in the country. Now there's 600 in
Wow.
11 states.
Wow.
Wow, that's
So Ecuador,
amazing.
I have great future.
So when did you get here in the USA?
I grew up here. I grew
Okay.
up here in Miami in
Okay.
school in Doral Academy. So then I graduated. I tried to play tennis, obviously didn't make it, and then I got to paddle.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
There was no paddle when I was a kid here.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fairly new.
But it's fun, yeah, because like 10 years ago, it was hard to get a good match.
Right.
So why don't you share with us when you were first diagnosed with cancer, and what was the process, and how you overcome it, and also the second, the third, and the fourth time?
Yeah, I played, this is very important, and sometimes it's tell to players, I share this. You never know when is the last time you played paddle. So I learned that the hard way. And since I played paddle again, the life gave me a second chance, well, fourth or fifth chance, how you call it. I always enjoy practicing or playing a match, and for sure I lose more than I win. And when I lose, it doesn't hurt me because I played paddle. I was blessed enough
Right.
to move my body and play a sport that I love. Why? Because long story short, I played a FIP in Dubai 2019, lost in semis or quarters, 2-2, and then I said this sport. I dropped the racket and I went to London to spend. In that time, my girlfriend was from London, and I went to spend New Year's. I said I'll play next year. That was like December 10th. I go to London, December 28th. I feel bad after Christmas, and I faint, and I wake up in King's College, I remember, and boom, cancer. I'm like, what? Why? I was never sick. I was never injured. why? Yeah, you have leukemia, advanced cancer, is very advanced. You have 6 to 10 weeks of life. I'm like, what? But
Wow.
I didn't know.
Wow.
And then I'm like, what do I do? What's cancer? Like, yeah, you don't know
Right,
much. You
right.
hear about it. It's a
Right.
taboo.
So they give you 6 to 8 weeks
Yeah,
of survival
yeah,
rate.
they
And
say,
you didn't have any other symptoms? It just hit you like that?
yeah, well, I guess they said, did you feel fatigue? Yeah, but we all feel fatigue.
Right,
We all
right,
feel.
Right.
But then like that, and just start throwing like that. But I never went to the hospital. Never got injured. Never nothing. Very healthy person. I didn't drink, of course. I didn't smoke. Nothing. I'm very healthy. And then that happened. Okay, then I say, then of course being in London, being a expat is very very expensive. Instead, I said no. If I'm dying, I want to die in my country. So then I mid January, I flew to Ecuador, and they picked me up literally in the airplane. The 911 was there, and they from the seat of the airplane in they took me straight ambulance to the. I didn't get my bag or anything, no, because I was against time, and I got chemo, etc. 3 months after, great, perfect, and then I beat it after 1 year and a half, and then the second time was in Ecuador in August 2022.
Okay, well, after the first time, you went back to normal life.
Did you play
no,
paddle?
no, it took me 6 months. I couldn't play paddle. And every single day I regret it because it could have been it was the last time. So I didn't like the way I left the court. So
Right.
I tell some friends, no, don't get mad, don't get the racket. It's okay. You play, be happy.
Yeah.
Or when I help some players play in a tournament, they're like, oh, you lost. I'm so bad, and they cry. I'm like, it's okay. Don't worry. You're alive. You played. You
Right.
enjoy. Be thankful, and then hopefully you play for another one.
Different perspective. of
Different
looking at it.
perspective. Now, obviously, I lost many times, and then yeah, you it hurts, but it's okay. You have life. You
Right.
continue.
And the second time?
The second time in August 2022. Yeah, I was getting ready to ring the bell because I was already like a year and a half.
Ring the bell for what?
Because if you don't if it doesn't come back for some time, you ring the bell, you're cancer free. And then I went to do a check. Boom, again. But that time I decided not to do treatment. I said no more. I did a lot of yoga, a lot of meditating, a lot of I believe in God, a lot of trusting God, all that I said. And then I just started living, literally living, no stress, no problem, no nothing. Because they say you have to go to February. In February you go. So that's August. So that was like they gave me around 6-7 months. I said let me live, and that's why we did Ecuador Padel Fest. That we brought Juan Lebron, Juan Martin Diaz, Silingo when he was #1 in the world, Lebron, to Ecuador. We did a big event, and that's why the birth of Ecuador Padel Fest, which is going this year will be the 4th year. But that was the main point. I wanted to do something big in my country, that to leave a mark. And then Juan, he won on Sunday, the World Paddle Masters. He flew a night, and I played with him Monday night in Quito.
Wow.
But let me clear. So the first time you went to the chemo treatment.
Yes,
Why you didn't want to get treatment on the second time?
because you extremely get hurt. It's weak. It's hard. Your veins get burned.
Oh, when you do the chemotherapy.
Yeah, with the chemo is extremely horrible. Like,
Really?
yeah, very very bad.
It
Like,
kills you just as much.
Yeah, it kills you. It's hurt. It's your mouth full of sores. You can't breathe. Oxygen. You can't go to the bathroom.
So
Your
it's
body.
like a torture, pretty much.
It is a torture. It is.
Wow.
It is.
So on the second time you decided, I can't deal with this.
No, I can't.
So what happened? So how did you get better?
I started living with no stress, eating well, and I accept that I was gonna die. So I
Wow.
stopped fighting, and let the faith of God. And then I did an exam. I remember on December, and I got the news on the players' dinner in Premier Paddle, Monterrey. So I was in the dinner. It was Saturday night, I remember. And then my doctor says you're cancer free. You don't
No
have it. Came out
way.
negative. I was like,
Wow.
But why?
Yeah. How did this? A miracle. It's like a miracle, right?
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. It's yeah.
So
And-
maybe your process of thinking helped.
Yes, because I got it on May. I played a tournament in New York with David Chocaro, big hug. He's been a big brother, and he's been there. We're playing. I felt bad. I couldn't wake up for the first round, and then I felt it, and then I knew I had it again. I just felt it, I remember it was a Mayo tournament. I played USPTA with David. We went to Juan's club, and then I came back to emergency. Went to the hospital. Went to Jackson, and then it was they told me you have cancer. And
That was the second time.
that was third time here.
Oh, the third time.
End of May, first week of June.
Okay,
end of May.
so once again, which I'm sure it was devastating, like the first one, the second one. So
Must be frustrated. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, jeez, this thing won't give up on me.
Yeah, the thing is that I thought I was free, but somebody very important that I hold close to my heart that I'm gonna reserve his name, but we all know him here, and he's very important to the paddle world, and especially to Paddle America. One day I'll say his name, but for now, no. We all know him, and he made everything possible for me to go to UM and have the best.
why you don't want to say his name?
Oh, for out of respect,
Okay.
but
I think we all know.
we all
most of
know
us, yeah.
who he is, and I was grateful for the rest of my life, because I've been to hospitals and obviously in Quito and London and Madrid I went to emergency, and Rome I went to emergency, so I kind of know hospitals, and I didn't want to have the treatment because of how hard it is. I'm not saying the last 10 months was easy, but it was way easier, perfect, and the tension I had. I'm very grateful with him.
Why is that? Is it just different
Well,
hospital, different
The
techniques?
thing that I couldn't enter the hospital that I got treated. Yeah, it was hard, to be honest.
Psychologically hard.
No, like both, to be honest. And then
Physically,
he made
it's-
everything easier for me to have my treatment there.
But but the third time you wanted to have treatment because
No.
the second time you refused.
I refused, and the third time I also refused. I even got my stuff and went to Ecuador for a week.
How many weeks?
No, actually, I went to Ecuador with my bag, with my most important things in my house. And I said, I'm going to Ecuador. I'm dying there. I'm not going to have any. I wanted to do some emotional treatments and spiritual treatment to be in peace and all that. Have somebody to help me out, and then just sign the paper. And my main doctor, he knew my wish. I wanted to, like, that's it, rest in peace. And then this opportunity happened, and it was a sign from me, from the universe, from the world, from God. Said, fight, keep on fighting. And I have a soft spot for kids that have cancer or people that have cancer. So it's an opportunity for me to fight and keep on doing what I do, which is help a lot of kids or make people aware of kids or people that need that with a soap, with a toothbrush, with clothing, with a pajama, $5, $10, $20, you could save lives, and I know that for sure, and that's what we do, and we've done some events of that. So that was like the second confirmation I got from to say keep on fighting. So I came here, I went in there, I entered the hospital with 95% of leukemia in the body.
Wow.
So that's almost everything.
Wow.
So I was like walking.
That was the fourth time.
Third time.
The third time
Yeah.
you came into the hospital with
Yeah,
95%.
in first week of June, 95% of leukemia on the whole body.
And what were the chances of survival there?
Very almost none, because it was all infected. So they went extremely hard on the chemio. Of course, it's a great hospital, great technology, amazing treatment, like something I never seen. It's amazing. The food there, how they treat you, how they take care. So they did a great job, and everything was going perfect. I recovered. I got 0% after 2.5, 3 months. So it was great. It was beautiful.
So you went from 95 to zero.
to 0.004%.
How can that be possible?
Chemios, treatment, medicine.
Okay, but this first time you said the chemo was very torture and painful.
Yeah, actually.
And this one wasn't as much.
The chemio was torture and painful, but the reaction of the body was great.
Why do you think that was? Is it
The medicines,
the different
the
medicine.
technology,
Gotcha.
the wisdom that they have.
Gotcha.
They make you drink certain medicines to prevent the
Gotcha.
prevention, because when I was in other countries, like my mouth would be open, I had a tube here.
Oof.
The reaction, I lost my eyesight. Of course, the hair is normal, but then my body, bones, I was like suffer so much. Like my back part were closed. I couldn't go to the bathroom. I couldn't open my mouth or swallow. I couldn't talk. My skin, everything. Like the reaction of the chemo, if you don't have the right treatment,
Wow.
it's horrible. You crawl. you can't stand up, you can't eat because your fingers like
Yeah.
go here, or your toes, you wake up like this. And it's crazy how I never value my toes. Like, if you don't have toes, you don't have balance.
Right.
It's so amazing. I
Right.
discovered things of the body.
Mhm.
Remember, we have 10 fingers, and like this one is so necessary
Yeah.
Why?
because
The middle one.
Yeah, you hold things.
Strength.
You
That's the
eventually,
strength
like,
there,
even with a fork, and then
yeah.
you couldn't even get a fork.
So it wasn't like that in the
No,
second one?
no. With this treatment, the last 10 months have been amazing, thankful, and grateful. And I didn't even throw up or anything. It maybe the body was used to, but the type of level of medication was amazing. It's amazing. Still on. Today is my first day actually without a pick.
Well,
Okay,
so
but
explain
that was the third one, and then the fourth one.
The fourth one, everything. The third one was great. It was great, good, and then okay, boom, transplant. Because why? Here they discovered that it's something I was born with, a cell that never died. That I always had since I was little. It's called leukemia Philadelphia-like. So something I was born with. I didn't know I was born with it. My parents.
Explain that again.
Philadelphia-like, since my doctor explained me, it's a cell that I was born with it.
A cancer
Cancer cell. Yeah, that I was sleeping all the
Yeah,
time
yeah.
until I was 29. And I did something, I guess,
To trigger that.
and then boom, 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 it ate up my whole body.
What do you think that was that triggered it?
Typical, the most dangerous cancer in the world is stress.
Stress. Gotcha.
Wow.
That's and the doctors that's what they said. Our
Now-
business, health, all of this is because people get stressed.
Now, do you have cancer in your family? Like any family
A
members?
small one. My dad, like, how do you call it?
Prostate.
Male. Yeah. There you go. You take it out. Not simple, but
But-
it's
Yeah.
like no
That was
chemo.
bad.
You use that, but that besides that, no. And it was and then I was good, and then it started hurting here a lot.
Your knees.
Yeah, this knee, and then my ankle, and then I'm like hurt, and then give me pain medicine.
So, but you were already outside the hospital
Yeah, I was outside the hospital.
So
I
you-
just go twice a week, and
to check.
and I had a chemo bag for 3 months. I had a bag, chemo connected here, chemo 24/7.
What is it, like a liquid that?
And
Yeah, it's a liquid
you
with
get
a
certain
machine.
amount of
Yeah, with a
times
machine,
day?
and then every other 15 to 20 minutes, it goes beep. It gives one chemo.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So the things that they wanted to make sure that since I wasn't connected in the hospital, I was connected 24/7 to keep on killing that 0.002. And everything was great. I had a hurt, and then they said, go do a biopsy in Leonora Hospital in UM on your foot because they hurt here. I couldn't walk. And they opened my foot, and I knew it already. Something was wrong. You feel it. The body feels
Yeah.
it. And then they're like, sorry, this cancer has spread to your bones. You have metastases. And to be honest, there I said game, set, match. I said,
So, man, that thing won't give up on
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
just in cheese,
yeah.
like, you know?
I said game, set, match,
Yeah.
and then
So you got what was it?
bone metastases.
Bone metastasis.
Yeah, on November 7th, exactly.
Of what parts of your body?
It was in 22 parts.
22 parts
Yeah,
of your body.
because when they do a PET scan, wherever you have cancer cell, it lights up. So like here.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
My
So
God.
thank God. And then how did I get cured of that? They went very strong on chemo, for like very, very strong. I felt
Oh, so you still had that thing. You were going through the chemo for the previous cancer, and now they found this, and then they went all.
they changed them they went all out to kill this cancer. They did kill it, thank God and everything.
Wow.
But it was too harsh on the body that I left on Thursday very happy, no metastases, and I came back on Tuesday in emergency because I had 3 blood infections, and there I was in ICU for 1 week.
Wow.
ICU is right before 6 feet underground.
Yeah.
And I was there for 7 days. I lost control of the body, so I used to do number 1, number 2 without me noticing. So I used to be like this and felt uncomfortable, and this. I lost track of time. There's no windows there. Oh, I didn't see
Wow.
windows. I lost track of time. It's very intense ICU. It's the
Yeah,
vibe.
yeah.
It's people. I saw
Yeah.
next to me that they left. They left
Yeah,
this
yeah.
world, and I had 3 infections, and then my main doctor said that it was great. It was a miracle that I survived ICU because they actually postponed the transplant because they
Oh, they did a transplant.
in December 20 but they postponed it because it was the possibilities of leaving ICU were very little.
Okay, so you left the ICU.
Yes, on November.
November 2024.
Yes.
So a few months back.
Yeah, and then my brother was he matched with me for the transplant. And
you're talking about bone marrow.
Yeah,
transplant.
bone marrow transplant. That happened in December 21st at 9 p.m.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
and how's that process?
Transplant is very dangerous. Why? Because
for both?
No, for myself.
Okay.
2 weeks before they clean you.
What do you mean they clean you?
All your cells. Oh, they clean the good and the bad. Clean
So
everything.
You're at the weakest.
The weak to zero. They have to go negative, like your white blood cells and all that stuff. Placates, everything that makes us human, that we could walk, run, eat, everything. They kill everything. They wipe out. So they did something here, or they put a tube, a thing here. Catheter, and it's a 3-hour, 4-hour process. They get the best cells from my big brother. They took it out from here, and then they put it in machines. They get the best. They put it here. 3-4 hour process. You feel it, and then you start recovering. So I was in negative for around 3 weeks. Anything, a mosquito, too cold, too hot fever, too cold, shivers, a mosquito, a bad food kills you. And I got the fever 5 days after.
Oh my God.
So I was in intense scare for 8 days because the biggest fear of doctors is fever. Yeah, fever kills patients. Because that's infection and then your body doesn't start working. So I opened my eyes from December 27 to like January 3rd, 4th. I couldn't open my eyes, couldn't eat, I couldn't see this, that, everything. And after December 7th or January 7th or 8th, I just started feeling way better. And finally, my counts went negative like 3, -2. I was in 0. Then the next day, 0.1. And then as soon as you leave a certain amount of numbers, you're free. So I left 2 weeks and a half ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, what a journey!
What a journey, man! So
you cheated.
All this I seen all your podcasts, so I was there. That's why I thank Padel, because I know everything about Padel last year. Anything, all the tournaments, who won, the pairs,
you have to survive.
I was watching like Asia Padel Tour.
Oh my God! You're running out of stuff.
Yeah,
I was running out of stuff.
I was like, come on. I didn't like that December because there's not much activity. I was like, come on, let's go, let's start.
So Charlie, I mean, your story it's truly inspirational. Literally coming back from the death.
Yeah.
I mean, as it sounds, and what is your message? I mean, and how can we help? Not only us, but our viewers and listeners.
The message is, don't take life too serious because you're eventually going to lose it. Like, that's what I like. We all lose to life. Life is always going to win. So that means that we're going to die.
Yeah.
For sure. So some people don't know that you're
going to... How soon or how quick.
No, right. But we're going to die.
Yeah.
Before, obviously, I hold to things or to goals or to materialistic stuff or to tournaments or to victory. That depend on my emotional status. How business is going, how you're winning, if you're putting the ball in or not. Now, for me, I'm full of things that I'm grateful for, that I do a routine in the morning and afternoon. Like, remember, look, this is crazy. This is amazing. Like,
so moving your fingers.
I'm happy for that.
Just moving your fingers.
And then I do this. I'm like, oh, shoot, I feel it. And then I do have a routine. Like, oh, my shoulder is great. And I do this. I'm not connected. So I have like so many things to be happy about.
They take for granted sometimes.
That we take it for granted. That was normal, and it's not normal. The day that I'm not connected in the hospital, I'm super happy. The day that I can be walking by myself, it's a miracle. The day I shower myself, I could go to the bathroom myself. I still have the thing in the shower where you sit. If I was, like, say I was like 80 or 90 or in the bathroom, things, because I was in a wheelchair and then I was withdrawn. I couldn't walk, couldn't step. And all these things, every step that I make, sometimes I look funny because I walk and I go, thank you, cool, thank you. Like I could walk by myself. I step on the court. So have many things that you're like grateful for, and be grateful for that. And then the rest, job, you're gonna lose eventually. If you have a company, well, when you die, somebody's gonna take it away. This is temporary. Everything is temporary. Everything is just enjoy the day, because tomorrow we don't know what's gonna happen. If we just imagine tomorrow, sometimes we imagine too much. We have too much expectations and all that. Yes, to be, to achieve and to be somebody, all that. Yes, that's correct. But then at the end of the day, we just forget what's real life about. It's about self love. It's about loving yourself, and it's about having health. If you have health, you're wealthy. You are wealthy if you have health, and you're not drinking pills every single day, 20, 30, 40 pills. You're not connected, and you can walk and you could be by yourself. You're healthy. You're wealthy. For me, that's I never I took that for granted, being healthy.
Yeah, you're right.
You're young, you're strong, you're always gonna, nothing's gonna happen to you, all that. But in the moment, we're all dying, and your loved ones, every day is not one day more, is one day less of your loved ones. If you have a kid, you're eventually gonna lose them, or a kid or a daughter. They grow up, they get married, or somebody dies. If you have a partner, your partner, yeah, you every day is one more day less that you're gonna see that person, or you're gonna break up in person because of, I know, personal problems, or somebody dies. But you're eventually gonna finish and end up with your partner, and there's always a possible last match.
Yeah.
There's always a possible. Like I was thinking, I'm like, no, man, my last match, I did enjoy it, but I didn't know, because this happened randomly. I could have enjoyed more. Remember my last tournament, I got to play the World Cup, Seniors World Cup, my first Seniors World Cup in Valencia. It was amazing. I just decided to enjoy it, and then I got luckily enough, I got into main draw Acapulco, and I enjoyed it so much that it was weird that I enjoyed it too much, because I think the body kind of gives you signs or feeling. Yeah. And I started enjoying it, and boom, it happened. And you're there, and then you see the world advancing, and in my case, the paddle world and things, etc., tournaments, and you want to be there, and you want that, and then you say, But like I said, like the doctors used to tell me, or you get cured or you die.
That's it. There's no.
So there was no suffering.
Between.
There was no suffering for my part, because I knew it was gonna be over soon, or I die or I get cured. But nothing lasts forever. Nothing, literally nothing. What we eat today, what happens tomorrow. Every person in our world is gonna disappear. In 30 or 40 years, maybe there's 3 different people here.
Yeah.
Not us. And then like make it count while we live. And then the other thing, how you could support is like by this, creating and making paddle more bigger and all that, because you guys, believe it or not, you create more info, more information about paddle, so people keep on believing in the sport. They keep on hiring, making, investing, and all that, and then people like you just make the paddle grow, and it helps a lot of opportunities that our families, not just here, because I speak for myself. Ecuador looks at, let's say, Miami or America, and it's an example. So if people do it here, they do it there, and it creates and all that stuff. So it's beautiful. And the most important thing, you don't have to donate $100s or anything, as long as there's a 10, 20, or not even money things. Like there's a lot of people that need soap, there, toothbrush. People die because they don't have toothbrush and teeth to wash every day, and they have an infection here, but they have cancer and they die. Like, it's crazy how people just die. More they die because they don't have emotional support and things to fix it than the disease itself.
Actual problem, yeah.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. You wouldn't believe it. People just give up, or they don't have nothing. For me, paddle. For me, the goal was to play one more time, and it still is. My goal is to play one more tournament, and I'm not asking 10, 50. I'm not asking one simple. Maybe it could be a 1-day tournament, and I'll be happy playing a 1-day tournament. But that was my goal. It's been my goal the last 10 months, and now I'm very happy to be on the tournament here, not playing but just watching. And then, but the thing is that I don't regret, and if I don't play paddle ever again, I'm not gonna regret it, because I took the juice out of it. I was very happy because I learned this 5 years ago.
Right.
But I don't imagine leaving the court very bad and then getting sick and not playing ever again. And that's what happens when people die. We say we should have eaten. I should have contacted him. I should have had a drink.
Regret.
Yeah.
I can't reach him out. I didn't answer his message.
Yeah.
Because that happens to us because there's some kids that leave this world. And for me, it's very normal death in a certain point. It's the most natural, common, normal thing. And today I'm ready to die. I wasn't ready to die. Like the first 3 cancers, I wasn't ready to die. Yeah, but I knew that I wasn't going to die. I felt it, but I wasn't ready. Like right now I'm ready because I understood. I think I understood life, but I'm just enjoying every day. Like for me, today's everything.
Like they said, the past is gone, the present it's
Yeah.
a gift, and the future is unknown.
It's
know?
crazy how no, because
Yeah.
I was a big fan of planning and within 1 week and 3 months and this and that, and it's just imagination.
Yeah.
And then it's just imagination because it doesn't happen. Because something I learned as a doctor every day, you wake up when 5 a.m. they come take out blood, and then they do the results. Every day is like that, and they give it to a doctor, and the doctor comes and goes, today we're gonna worry about today. They always tell me that day by day. If you hear results, today we're good, perfect. Today we're bad, perfect. So it keeps on changing, and then it is the main point that I learned is day by day.
Okay, and Charlie, let us know, what are you doing to help cancer survivors?
In 2022, I started a little like they say how you call it, foundation movement. It's called Padel versus Cancer. And in 2022, I was blessed enough to play a couple premier, and like for example Tapia, Ela, Cuello, Gutierrez, all the good friends. They used to give me the shirt, the paddle rackets, or things, and I used to raffle them in my country. I still do now. Some people reach out and say, hey, can you get me the shirt of something? Can you give me like, okay, let me ask, etc. And then they pay the real price to the foundation, and then I give them for free, but they have to pay to a foundation or help a person or show me evidence that they're helping a foundation. So that's Padel Cancer. I get from the players.
How can people get involved with that if they wanted to donate?
It's
Do they contact you directly?
Yeah, they could contact me directly.
Okay.
I mean, can we create a GoFundMe for Charlie Moon Foundation or something?
I would like more. Maybe we could create like a Paddle Smash Open, and the profits go to a certain foundation or certain kids or certain people and all that. That would be great. I really like the thing that to create awareness of people, because we all need, in the sense, maybe we don't need that much money, or we need money, or we need emotional support, or we need a hug, or we need a nice letter, or the thing that everything when you're in that room. It was amazing, the love from the paddle that it just makes you keep on, or like messages and all that. It's I think it's better than medicine for me, because I'm a first, let's say I'm a person that lived it first, like hand.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So I know the feeling of a letter, of, let's say, like, for example, Premier Paddle was amazing. They did some shirts, and then there's some videos, and from a big
PPL too.
PPL was something else. PPL was like,
And when you're in a situation, that means everything.
No, PPL, I've zero words in the sense of thankfulness to describe the feeling that they only did it in like San Diego, and then they did in New York, and all that internally as well. I don't know. It was a big blessing, and very happy to have that love, because sometimes you do want to give up, and I'm not saying all the people who are living through this. First, I want to talk to people, the families. Eventually nobody loses. I'm not a fan of saying they lost the battle of cancer. You don't lose the battle, because it's not like then we all lose the battle against, I don't know, traffic or a plane, or no. It's a way of living this world, of dying. So we accept that we're all going to die. Let's just value each person, and let not somebody die to learn from the example, or go through it to learn from the example, and like value it. And literally the most important thing is value life, because you're going to lose it. And then I repeat it again, is value life, because you're going to lose your life today. I don't know, believes what's going to happen after you die, but to be aware that you're gonna die, and not in a long time or short time. Because you say, I'm dying. Look, my father has 66, so I imagine I live 66, but no, I almost lived 28.
Right.
Yeah.
So you don't know.
Right. You're right.
And then I have seen in my family, they started living day by day as well, and they worry about today, and then we have had less problems, and less things, and
It's true.
and less. It's just what you can control. And for example, you cannot control if you get sick or not. Like, yeah, you could better, you could do this, but eventually you are. And then if you get sick, there's only two ways: you get cured or you die, and it's gonna finish. And then everything has literally an answer. And then that's for me, and the people who have cancer, uh learn from it, live it, don't fight it, don't talk positive negative about it, just talk positive, have faith in it, believe you're gonna get out, and know that it's not gonna last forever. You're gonna get cured or you're gonna die. And the fourth time I got it, I was praying to God and family, like I wanted to leave already, because when you're in that situation and all the family members and all that, if you love your family member, you want that person to be happy, to be well. And then and I told my family, I'm like, you guys love me, and they're like, yeah, for sure, we love you all your life. Then let me go. Don't pray for me to stay. Pray for the will of God, because I want to live. If you love me, you do not want to see me screaming, because I was in morphine and diluted and all the pain, oxycontin, all the
Wow.
pain medicines that you can imagine. And I'm very open to it. I was suicidal, because and I told my doctors that, like, the medicine, the pain medicine was giving me weird thoughts.
Yeah.
And I was very, I'm not ashamed of it, and I could talk to, so if somebody reach out, if you're suicidal, please reach out. If you have a cancer, please reach out. We could talk, we could Zoom. That's a thing that I love, and I have a calling in life that I've been doing, that I am talking to mothers of kids that have cancer. I'm talking to people who have cancer, and then we help them out in different ways, not just economic wise, but emotional wise, because if there's a reason I survive, it's not for my own, for, oh, okay, keep on my life. No, I found my passion and my calling, that if I got in the world of paddle, and I could let awareness know the paddle world, awareness of people, because unfortunately we all know one cousin, uncle, friend of a friend. Unfortunately, cancer is in our world, and today, I came in. Three things happened beautiful today. He said, "Hey, I'm happy you're alive, etc." My dad, this, he left with this, and then we sit and we chat, and then they're like, "Wow, I haven't heard that." And then another person, "Hey, look, thanks for calling my cousin. He's okay, etc. He's pumped." Because I say, "No, let's do it. We contact, we text, etc." Or when people are about dying, they call me, and then they die a bit with tranquility, that they're
Peace.
not a failure, that they didn't
Peace.
fail nobody. Because some people, when they're dying for cancer, like, "Oh, I failed. I did this." No, it's okay. It's the way that you're going out, and whatever God you believe on, etc., or religion, or energy, or
You help
whatever.
them find peace.
Yeah, like, it's okay.
Yeah,
and
that's
I have
right.
the peace right now. Like
Yeah.
like I said, hopefully I don't get it back. I have to wait until June 21st, 6 months after. If you don't get it back in 6 months after the transplant, perfect. You're good to go. It's rare. It's like you never seen before. Only once in history that people get it after 6 months of transplant. Like,
So how much time do you have until?
yeah, it's what, 3-4 more months.
Oh,
But if I get it or know anything, I know that with or without, I'm still leaving.
right.
I'm still leaving. So doesn't make me a different case or special. Cancer is a taboo, that when you hear that, you acknowledge to suffering, death. But it's there's more. There's some other cancers that people have emotionally, for some traumas, some things that we haven't let it go, we haven't cut. Those are the things I suggest to people, like, cut, leave it, or live the day, because a lot of cancer brings us from the past, from the emotions, is attached in us, and it just evolves. It creates a monster inside, and then we get sick, and then we lose everything. From personal experience, I was doing great. I was in Dubai 8 years, amazing, had a beautiful life, beautiful things, everything, papa. And then I worked so hard for me to, like, lose everything, and all that. So it's not like you hear that on the internet and you hear that people saying, but I'm telling you what happened. Like, it's a true story,
Yeah.
a life story. Then for me, what you guys do is we're creating awareness. So I'm very blessed and happy, and really appreciate you guys.
Yeah, Charlie, you have an incredible story. You know, you're an amazing person, very inspirational. Thank you for coming.
Charlie.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you so much.
Muchas gracias. Thank you very
So,
much.